So I thought, well, I've been going out with Tom a little bit, so I didn't know hardly what to say, but I thought I was free on Sunday because I'd been out with Tom the Sunday before. So I thought, oh, Tom will never ask me the second Sunday to come up to his rooming house, so all right, I'll go with Jim.
To tea?
To see, all right, you said it. Budinsky. So, however, I thought I was safe in saying, okay, I'll go with you. We'll go to see your sister. So what does Tom Mackereth say to me on Saturday night when, after we come home from being at a show, you're coming up to my place tomorrow for supper again. I said, no, I can't. I'm going someplace. And he wouldn't go home, so I told him where I was going. So then he thought, oh, well, I guess I know you're good enough. I can trust you. He said, okay, it's all right. So on Sunday morning when I come home from church, there was Mr. Tom sitting on the veranda to tell me that no fellow from the country was coming down to make a fool of him, and that he wasn't going to stand for it. So all right, I said, what am I going to do then? I got to meet him at the corner of Spadina and Queen at 2 o'clock. Well, I'll go with you. We'll both walk up and meet him. So the two of us walked right from Brooklyn to Spadina, and then the three of us walked for quite a piece. And he says, oh, Jim says, well, that's just my luck. I've either got 2 or 3 girls on the string or I've got none.
And
so
the guy cheeked to say to me, says, hey, can't you let me have her for one day? You have her all week. He wanted me to lend her out for a day. Yeah. Yeah. What a call were your mother had in them days. Eh?
But one of the best evenings we had, Tom and I, was going to the Royal Alec every 2 weeks on a Wednesday night. And Tom always asked my aunt if it was all right to take Rose to the Royal Alec. And he always had a box of chocolates for his feet. So anyway, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know whether to keep company with Jim or stay with Tom. So I wrote a letter to my mother and asked her what did she think about it. Well, she says there's one thing about Tom. He does go to church. And that was my decision. It wasn't the decision he said at all.
No.
My decision was that he does go to church. So
and your mother says, but I don't know about you marrying an Englishman that's so greedy, she isn't tight. Look at your father, he's pretty tight with Minnie. And old George Paul, see?
She didn't say anything about you being an Englishman.
Yes, she did. Your father's an Englishman, and he's pretty tight. She said, I don't know whether you should have him or not.
Well,
if she said that, I don't blame her. From looking at some of the Englishmen I've met.
Yeah.
Well, gee whiz.
They watch their pennies.
No, look at that.
Oh,
well, I've never had any of the watch. She takes them all off me.
Well, look at Grandpa, the way he treated grandmother.
I said so.
He only give her so much to buy sugar and this, and that's all she got.
My mother made men's working shirts when I was 9 years old, and I can still remember, and that's when I learned to sew. I had to sew all the straight seams in these men's working shirts. She put the collar and cuffs on and take them to the store to be sold out to the farmers.
Yeah.
And I was 9 years old. Minnie was the one that peeled the potatoes and got the meals, and I was the one that helped with the sewing.
Yeah. Anyway, Anyway, I thought when we got married, she had all kinds of money piled up. She'd been working all the time. So when we got married, I only had $300 after paid for a house we went to live in. And $300 left. And we bought furniture, $100 worth bought and furnished the whole house on $100. Yeah, we got the rug for the floor, we got some quarter oak table and chairs.
I don't know where the 300 came from, because when we got our monies all together.
Right.
Well, wait a minute. When we got our monies all together, we had $87 between us.
I paid $300 on the house.
To start with.
I paid $300 down on the house. And I had $50 left. I went to $50 to the old country furniture store at the junction.
Yeah.
And I got a table, and we had that for years. And 4 chairs for $1.25. And when I was working in the house, I went and I cut a corner off this here thing I was doing. When I looked, 2 corners fell on the floor. I cut the corner off the table too. Said, no, you crazy beggar. Says, cut the other 3 off, make it look the same all round. And I cut the other 3 off. And we had the table for years. That's how we started life. And we rug for the room for $4.
Listen, I don't know whether... Oh, golly, I better close that glass again.
Why?
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Well, I was a bad girl.
Oh, bad girl.
Now she doesn't.
Oh, I can rub it off if you don't want.
No, you're not making
Well,
it, eh?
Well, when my father was building the new house,
Oh, this is good.
there was pieces of blocks and lumber all over the yard and all over the place.
2 before cutting.
So there was a nice square block there, about 4 by 4.
Red.
And I thought, I wanted to go to the toilet, so I thought, gee, I'll do my number. Hey, girls, I'm telling a story.
Yeah.
I saw this nice square block of wood, like a piece of scantling, so high up, and I thought, now, I think I'll do my number right on that square block. And I did my number on it. And through the... Yeah, what number was it? 2. So I saw my father asking I saw my father asking my sister Audrey who did that. And I knew she told him that I did it. So I tried to rush in the house to hide just as he was coming down the steps, and he got me right between his legs. My head went right between his legs, and boy, did I ever get a licking. Oh.
Right on there where it comes number 2 was.
So that was one bad trick I did. And another trick that Dad used to do when he come up there.
Hold you down the well.
He held me upside down in a 65-foot well.
Threatened her.
And if he'd have ever let go of me, then another day I was trying to taking a drink of water with a big white cup, and he says, give me that cup. He pulled a piece of a handle out of the cup the same size as my thumb.
Yeah.
Pulled it.
They put your thumb right, yeah, boy.
Oh, boy, at times. And then he used to get, oh, I better not tell him. No, it wasn't.
No.
He used to get Minnie and I, one in each hand, and we couldn't do anything but go with him because he was stronger than we are, and he'd start down the road, run us way down the road and back. We had to go with him. Wouldn't let go. Then when Minnie got married, Aunt Mary was up there from Toronto, and we all took notion we'd go berry picking. So we had these tin cans, you know, with the lids cut off, tied around our waist. And Aunt Mary says, now, Tom, don't you hurt Rose, because every time you go out, you hurt Rose. And for goodness sake, be careful what you're doing. So we just gets near the berry patch, and he starts to chase me. And I fell over a big stone, and the tin I had tied on me put a great big gash in my arm. And I came back with his handkerchief tied all around my arm. Aunt Mary says, I knew you would. I knew you'd come back with... Boy. So another day we were out picking berries, just my sister and I, all dressed up in men's clothes. This is a good one now. We're all dressed up in the boys' clothes. So we had just come in and we saw Tom and George was coming to the house. So we ran upstairs because we didn't want the boys to see us in these clothes. So Tom says to my mother, where are the girls? She says, oh, you should have seen them. They're all dressed up in the men's clothes. They've been out picking berries. So Tom puts his 2 hands on the kitchen lean-to and threw himself up on the roof, came through the window, and tried to pull the clothes off us.
Myself up this way, you know, put my legs up on when you
He went right up.
I could do that.
And we were under the clothes, tied up around our necks, and I said, we both told him, if you pull the clothes down off us, don't forget, I'll never speak to you again. But he didn't pull the clothes down.
Threatened.
We scared him out of it. So you see, Mabel, he took orders from me right from that day. He's still taking orders. He's still taking orders from me.
Yeah.
But
and as far as the money went, I thought she'd all kinds of money when I married her. Because I know I had only $50. I said, after bought the house, and 50 for the furniture. Where's all your money? I haven't any money.
I had $38.
What have you been doing with it? For goodness sake, I thought you saved it all up when you got married. No, I used to send it home to my mother. She needed it. She'd been sending it home to her mother to keep the family with her. I thought, boy, I thought I was marrying a millionaire.
Well, you did. You got a good wife.
Self-praise, it's no recommendation.
It is here. It is now when it comes from this.
Oh,
Never mind, never mind. We've been happy. We've had a happy married life, and we've had 50 years, and we're still happy and full of fun.
Yeah.
Our family are all good to us, and that means that's worth thousands of dollars. So we don't care whether we got any money or not. We've got a lot of love.
It'll get you.
Millions.
Sure, that's worth a lot.
Yeah.
And I know lots of people that wish they had the same happiness.
To me, it's millions.
Yeah.
My boys.
Sure, that's right.
Yes,
You
it
can't
sure is.
replace them.
You can. You can't do it. You could never replace them.
So what good's money? Money's only what you do with it. And if you don't use it right and get happiness out of it, what good is it to you?
Okay.
I want to roll off.
You're ready to go.
Right you are, sir.
You should have a book.
Let her go.
I live on 10th Street, the house is number 10. Took 10 years to build 5, 10 lazy men. Got 10 chickens laying every day. Early in the morn, 10 eggs in the hay. Married 9 times, never had a child. Now I've got the 10th wife. I am simply wild. I got a little baby, only one. But then 10 years from now, boys, I may have 10 little fingers and 10 little toes. Down in Tennessee, they're waiting there for me. I never had a baby, call me Dada, but happy I will be when I bounce him on my knee. Oh gee, I'll kiss every finger, I'll kiss every toe. At home, sweet home, I linger, for they'll need me there, I know. He only weighs about 10 pounds, though but 1 day old. But he's worth more to me than all the world and its gold. That's as far as I can go. All right. I remember that from about 35 or 40 years ago. Morris, her wife's brother, came down to put them cement abutments in for the telephone right across the country. And when he was down, he says, he stayed at our place, boarded there. He says, I want to buy a record while I'm here. And if that was it. And he played it, and I signed off that thing that was 35 or 40 years ago. And I just came back to me the other day like that. And I remembered every word of it. Pretty fast smeller. Oh!
You forgot all about it being
Oh, gee, yeah. Well, anyway, this was there. Hey?
Speak your mind.
Speak your mind is right. Candid camera. Wait a minute now. That's on you. Every night I used to hang my trousers up on the back of the bedroom door. I'll rue the day I must have been a jay. I'll never hang them up anymore, for the wife she used to ramble through my pooches every night when I was asleep beneath the quilt. And in the morning when I woke, I was always stony broke. So that's the reason, no, I wear a kilt. Well, all right.
It's a good one.
Well, anyway, did you hear about the Scotsman went to Niagara Falls? And the fella says to him, he says, Jock, be sure and throw your a copper over the falls. You'll have good luck for the rest of the year. When Jock came back, he says, well, Jock, did you get your copper over the falls? Hey, more not bad luck from the beginning. He says, my string broke.
On the other one.
Was it?
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
boy.
it was too, you know.
All right.
Okay. Okay, you're on.
Well, all right. Well, the little boy says to Grandpa, say, Grandpa, he says, can you make a noise like a frog? Why, what do you want to know that for? Well, he said, I heard my mother talking to Dad the other day. She says, when Grandpa croaks, we'll get a lot of money. Right. And then the little boy says, he said, is it right, Mom, when you go to give the horse a drink, you say you're going to water the horses? That's right. Whereas I'm going to milk our cat. Boys. Mutt and Jeff, they took a room. And Mutt says to Jeff, he says, go and get a stove, he says, to warm the place up. So Jeff comes back with two of them. He said, what are you bringing two for? Because he said, the man's told me, he says, one of them would save half the winter's fuel. So I thought I'd get two would save it all. Right? Is that right? Wise men say there are more women than men in this world. That's why some girls are single all their lives. 3 women to every man. Wise men say if you can. Why can't every man have 3 wives? Now it's daddy when a baby, you lisp it till you grow, and then you call him father, when to school you go. But later when you're married, deny it if you can, it's not daddy, no yes father, but it's my old man.
Is that what you meant? No, but...
You know about Pat being drunk in a streetcar, and the old priest saw him drunk. Well, Pat, he says, drunk again. Pat says, yes, father, so am I, he says.
That's not very good.
They're both drunk. Yeah. Says to Pat, you're drunk again, he says. Pat says, yes, father, so am I.
No.
All right, well, do you want rastas?
Yeah, right.
Where have we got it here?
Right?
Is it set?
Oh, yeah, it's going on.
Oh, all right.
You just told that other one.
Well, all right. Well, Rastus, Mandy said she wouldn't go with Rastus anymore if he'd been drinking. So he'd had a drink or two and he was going to see Mandy. So I went into the grocery store and he said, say, have you anything to take the smell off my breath? He said, I'm going to see Mandy tonight and she don't want to smell the drink on me. He said, here, take a bite of this. And he gave me a chunk of Limburger cheese. He said, that'll take the smell off anything. So when he went, he said, knocked at the door. Mandy said, who's there? He said, it's me, honey. That you, Rastus? Sure enough. So have you been drinking anymore? No, I never drink no. Are you sure? Put your mouth in the keyhole, let me smell your breath. He puts his mouth in the keyhole, he goes, says, Rastus, you sure that's your mouth you have there?
Oh, I'm sure, eh?
No, he's...
Well, it's not like
Hey?
Limburger.
Limburger, yeah. About the fella that was hungry and he went to the lady's house and started to eat the grass. And he knocked the door and he said, geez, ladies, I'm starving. As he starts to eat the grass off the lawn. He says, my good man, you must be hungry. Come around the back, said the grass is a little longer. And just then she's seen the policeman come along and he's seen the guy running down the street with a rug on his shoulder. And he says, where are you going with that? He says, well, says the lady, give it to me. What do you mean, give it to you? Well, he says, she gave me the rug, she said, here, take this and beat it. And that's all I was doing. I'm doing what I was told, he says.
He was beating it all right with her rug.
Take this and beat it.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute.
Don't put your finger on that drawer. Put your finger on there.
Yes, ma'am.
Mother and Father are going to repeat in unison a poem. It speaks for itself. Wouldn't we all like to enter our later lives with this thought in mind?
Should I go first and you remain? to finish with this stroll. No lengthening shadows shall creep in to make this life seem droll. We've known so much of happiness, we've had our cup of joy, and memory is one gift of God that death cannot destroy.
That's a nice poem, isn't it?
Wait
Wait a minute. Listen, any part you know, you could sing it even there where you are.
I don't know.
Well, you might know some of the lines.
You said you did when I was singing it, didn't you now?
No, shut up, you don't know it.
There you
Well,
are.
they could sing.
No, they can
They
join
could
in
sing
what they do
what
know.
they do know. They could join in.
Come on and
Yeah.
join in. We're all joining
How does it start from?
That my grandfather's clock was too tall for the shop, and it stood 90 years on the floor. It was taller by far than the old man himself, but it weighed not a penny weight more. It was bought on the morn of the day that he was born, and was always his pride and his joy. But it stopped short, never to go again, when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, years without numbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, stop short, never to go again, when the old man died. Oh.
Sing
No,
different
take me out to the ball game.
Start.
Here we are.
Take
Me out to the ball game. Take me out to the fair. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back, for it's run toot for the old team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For at 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
You'll have to leave.
Oh, don't run out of gas.
You're awake.
I might run out of gas.
You're on the air.
As long as I don't run out of gas, we're all right. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. Oh, I do love to stroll upon the prom, where the band plays pom, tiddly-om, pom, pom. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. It's there that it fills my heart with glee. But there are lots of girls beside that I would like to be beside the seaside, beside the sea.
It's a good one.
She's only a bird in a gilded cage, a beautiful. Oh, that's not it.
You shouldn't have started it till you...
You're right on the same tune there.
All right. You're on.
Well, Ole was in the boat, and he started to leak. Is it funny? No, he didn't. It sinks down as far as his knees. And the guy says, Ole, why don't you jump? He said, how can I jump when there's no place to stood? then he said there was a Swedish maid, was sent for some shin of beef. And she couldn't say what she wanted, so she lifted up her dress and it showed the calf of her leg, something like that. It's a good job it didn't send for a rump roast.
You talking about the beef part now.
Oh, yeah, the beef, eh?
Yeah.
Well, the lady went to the butcher store for a beef heart. So I'm sorry, lady, says, but we haven't any. We're fresh out of them. But I've some nice pork and beans here. Oh, they go. Oh, that wouldn't take the place of a beef heart. Sure there was. You eat them tonight, and all beef hearts tomorrow. He had his whiskey, half-an-inch of whiskey on and chewing tobacco and hurrying down it. There's a sweetheart of
He
yours.
wasn't like that when I went with him.
Why, did you keep him straight? Or?
Well, he
No.
was a nice young fellow. I should have told you about the fights I had going to school as a kid. Oh, gee, I told Tom, didn't I?
Yeah, he used to kick the kids off the road?
Yeah, wouldn't let them walk on the sidewalk with that.
There was a ditch all the way to school along, I shouldn't be telling this in front of the girls, they'll be doing these tricks.
They don't go to
We had to go along the road to school. And see, I was mad at this girl, Bessie, what was her name, Maggie Cross. I was mad at her, and I wouldn't let her come up on the road to walk, and I made her walk the ditch all the way along to school. And then we used to throw stones when we got to the corner, the four corners. Some went one way and some went another, and so on. And the boys and the girls would fight with one another. So I picked up a stone and threw it, and this Sam Payton, I hit him right in the mouth, cut his mouth. Sam Payton. I hit him right in the mouth and cut his mouth, and the next day, the teacher used to have to walk up to the farmhouse to get her dinner, and all us kids would be left alone at this country school. And the school had like a porch at the front, so that left a square like that. And they got me in that square, about 5 boys, and they were going to beat me up for throwing that stone at Sam. And I said to him, look, I'll take every one of you, one at a time. But I said, you can't all fight. I want you to let the whole bunch of them on me at once. I said, I'll fight every one of you one at a time, and not one of them did it. Not one of them.
Did you have Henry VIII on there?
Yeah, that's all.
Did you?
We were all singing it.
Yeah.
The whole gang was joining in with it.
And I used to talk a lot in school.
Did you?
Yes.
And you got in trouble on that?
And these big matchboxes, you can buy them even today. You know the big matchboxes, about so long, about so deep.
Yeah.
The teacher put a string on each end of one of those empty boxes.
Tied it round her.
Around my head, all across my mouth.
She's been talking ever since. That never stopped her. No, she talks ever since, boy.
Boy. I got a good mate, though. I got one that can beat me talking.
Well, no, once you get going,
boy. You bet your life he never stops. I hear him.
Huh?
You can beat me talking any day.
No, but not in the telephone.
Oh, boy.
Right? Bang. Down goes the phone.
Oh, I've heard him talking. You should hear him talking to some of them. He talks.
An hour and a half. Oh, the limit for once. Boy, and I said, for the love of Pete, why let all them women to call, and I mean, I was going to call them all at once.
That was all the different calls.
Yes, an hour and a half. She'd never come off it. I said, and people waiting to get on it, too, when they're through, they let her know, too, boys.
Well, that's all right. They
She
can
didn't
get
have
on
to pay for the phone. Oh, gee whiz.
Wait their turn.
It's awful.
That's when this...
No wonder you don't want to get off the phone. You're sitting there with your shorts on.
Yeah. Boys. It's awful, isn't it? When they're on the phone like
I heard you, he didn't.
Huh?
I heard you, he didn't, showing all the girls.
Dingleberry.
Yeah, they know what little boys are made of now.
Girls over here.
Oh, boy.
You know why Grandpa said that? Because the girls that I was boarding caught him. Every one of the girls, 4 different girls, caught him with just his, combination on. He had his combination underwear on. Oh, boy. That was a funny one.
All right, we all get caught in one
Sure.
underwear.
Even Mabel caught.
Yeah, the last time. She said, who was that last one that caught you? I said, it's Mabel, for the love of faith. And she wouldn't turn away, too. I wanted to get the
Oh, I turned my back and waited.
And then you turn around before going to Mom, though. Yeah.
Yeah, and they had the flap open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bird nearly gonna wear on me.
The flap was open.
Yeah.
Aren't we awful?
Yeah.
Then he took me up to the farm to meet them, and she grabbed me before I could see anybody else. I never had a chance to look
It took a
around.
long time. It took a long time. It took 4 years.
Yeah,
Took
because
4 years.
by then,
4 years to get him.
you're showing me around.
Oh, wait, I tell you this one, Ben. Oh, I'm there.
It's a good one, you know.
After we were married, I was looking through the pictures, at home, and I come.
Yeah,
Oh, after.
Yeah.
I asked her.
Yeah.
But let's
Hey,
hear it now.
where's,
Yeah, wait a minute.
I said, where's Jessie's picture? I said, I've seen her around lately.
His girl he had in England, he had a girl in England called Jessie.
I said, where's Jessie's
see?
picture?
Now we're learning about it.
No.
So he says, he asked me where was Jessie's picture.
No,
In
listen.
among our pictures one day.
Yeah.
Well, all right, you go ahead and tell. Tell Ben.
You didn't know who she is? I took the picture one day, and I took a pin, I stuck it in her face like that, then I put her in the stove. That's where she is. So that she was I said she thought it was this here voodoo stuff. Thought she could feel it when she was sticking a pin in her, see? Then she put it in the, yeah. They thought it was voodoo stuff. She believed in voodoo that
You
time.
couldn't see one
She thought she
speck of
could
her
feel
face.
it.
I
Then
pinned
put
the
a
whole,
pin-
every bit of it.
Put a pin all over her face, then put her in the
Was
stove.
she good looking?
Oh, yes, she was all right.
Yeah.
She was nice looking.
Isn't
She was, what, when she finished with it?
And then we turned around and got married on her birthday.
Yeah, yeah. I got married on her birthday.
But Jessie, that's
Jessie, that's right.
Jesse.
where was she from?
Oh, he was
York?
engaged. He
No,
was engaged to her, you see, before he came from England.
Yeah.
And then when he wanted to get married to her, and he asked her to come out here and get married,
Said
any
she didn't
fellow,
want to leave her folks.
she said, your mother told me, she said in the letter, any man wants to marry me has to come after me.
But she said she didn't want to leave her folks in England.
I never heard that. That's
Yeah,
the
that's
first time I
she
heard
said.
it. First
Yeah.
time I heard it.
You've been engaged for a long way.
Yeah.
You see,
Well,
anyway,
she fixed
it was in the letter that if he wanted to marry her, he had to come back to England, marry her, and then bring her up, and he couldn't afford it. See?
Oh, I see.
So he left her.
She fixed her anyway, didn't
I sure fixed her.
Yeah, well, it's been to her face.
She believed in voodoo, yeah. She thought every time she took one into the girl would feel it in England.
Maybe she did, you
I
don't
bet
know.
I bet she did. If you're a voodoo,
Did you ever hear from her again?
No.
Did she write?
No, not after that, no. I don't know whether she ever got married or what
probably did with
Tom's
business
mother,
face.
Tom's mother
Yeah.
kept the letter because there was 9 places in the letter where she refused to come, so that she couldn't have them up for breach of promise. See, that was the whole thing in those days. If
But
they,
it's showing what a jealous woman this is. She used to make bread when we first got married.
Yeah,
That's a good one, too. I came home one night, there was a piece of cement like that.
wasn't as big as that. It was about that big.
Yeah.
That big.
I said,
One loaf, and I should have had 7.
I took it upstairs, and I was working nights and on the street railway, and I put it under a pillow, and then I woke her up and said, hey, what are you doing with this under your pillow? You trying to hatch it? I need my bread, she said, I need my bread. So, I thought I'll help her out. So when I was on the street, I was on the street cars, and I stayed a young woman, I got talking to her, and she said she was a cook in Rosedale. I said, do you know the baked bread? I'm a specialist at that, she said. Well, dear man, give me the recipe for the wife. She has a lot of trouble trying to make. She made 2 loaves. Next one was 2 blocks of cement. Should have been 5. 5 loaves for 2 blocks of cement next time. So then I got her this recipe. I said, here you are, now you can make some good bread. Where'd you get this? A woman on the streetcar, she's a cook in Rosedale. Making a fool of me on the streetcar, eh? Headed up, putting the stove. Not making a fool of me on the streetcar.
I turned all of them. I wouldn't look at
Don't make any bread from it. I said, there's no trouble getting you that. She said, well, I'm not going to you making a fool of me on the streetcar. That's the kind of woman she is.
Yeah, but didn't you learn how to make
Oh, I did. I learned how to make bread when you and Dave were small.
Yeah.
And it was about 10 to 12 and nearly dinner time. And you and Dave wanted me to give you a piece of bread and butter. And I wouldn't give it to you because it was so near lunchtime. Oh, we had a real set to that day, the 2 of us. Anyway, I give them a smack, and I told them they weren't going to have it till the dinner was ready, until Dad come in, you see. So he comes in. He wants to know what all the fuss is about. What are the kids crying for? I said, well, they wanted a slice of bread, and I wouldn't give it to them because it was so near lunchtime. Well, he says, if they want a slice of bread, give it to them, he says. If they're hungry, give it to them. And, gee whiz, he had me crying then, the way he was scolding about me not giving them the bread. Oh, boy.
I don't remember this one.
Oh, boy, I never forgot. They were about 4 or 5 years old.
Was it that cement you was going to give them?
No, that was 5 years after.
Oh, boy. You're trying to kill the kids, I thought. That's what I thought. You're trying to kill them.
Oh, gee, that was
You
funny.
should have given them going to bed, told them
No,
not
I
to go
got
to bed.
to make it real good, and I used to make lovely bread. I made lovely bread for a long time.
Anybody today didn't never got up out of bed during the night, did they? They couldn't get up.
Hey, did you hear the joke about David when he'd come in every night, you know, to get washed before he went to bed? I always had to wash them all before they went to bed. And I said, how in the world can you get so dirty? Where do you get all this dirt? Well, he says, they say we're made of dust. He says, and I guess it's just oozing out. We've never forgot that, the way he was about 6.
You remember you had the butter on the mustard on the table?
Yeah. Who would have got that mustard?
Dave.
The wood army.
No, he said it was butter.
She let him.
Oh.
No, but mustard. She let him take it. It was real keen mustard, and he would cry for it. So they said, let him have it, and he got it. But he never asked for no more after that.
No, I thought he used
Mouthful
to
of
go
mustard.
for the butter.
No, mouthful of
mustard.
It was
Well,
the mustard. Mouthful
it
of
might have
mustard.
been. I kind of forgot that, but it might have
Oh,
been.
and then about Aunt Belle was at the house.
Yeah.
Having the chicken.
Yeah,
Remember?
the Grace,
Yeah.
Well, that was Aunt Mary.
Aunt
Aunt
Mary.
Mary.
Oh,
Aunt
yeah.
Mary. We had chicken, you know, and we says, well, look, we better say grace for having chicken today. So we said grace. So next time when Aunt Mary's up for dinner, Ma says, will you say grace, Aunt? Dave says, why, we ain't having chicken. He gave it away, just said grace with
Oh, he
chicken.
said grace for
Said,
chicken.
why, we aren't having chicken. I gave it away, boys. Just grace with chicken. When you have kids, they would have to put up with it.
You know,
Aunt Belle, she used to be quite a character.
oh, she used to come up a lot.
She used to eat,
We were sure that when she died, she'd leave something
But I know
for the
she
world.
used to, every time she used to love to come up to our place
Give
and
Ellen
have
a
supper.
quarter for a piano lesson.
She'd give Ellen a quarter towards her piano
Yeah,
lessons
yeah.
every time she'd come a quarter.
Yeah.
We thought when she passed away that she'd believe in something, because she just phoned and say, was it all right to come up? Well, I never refused her. I always said okay. And I've seen me just have to bustle around again and to get ready for her.
And we got
But
food.
they never give you anything.
We got food. We called Harry after it, didn't we, poor kid? He had to put up with it.
No.
What, Stuart? Benjamin
No, it was
Ben.
It was Ben we called
Benjamin
after.
Stuart. He was called after her.
Benjamin
That's
Stewart.
why I've been wealthy ever since.
Dave.
She left in the whole world to work in, didn't she?
yeah.
Dave, we called Dave after Uncle George
Yeah,
David,
thought
George
he'd leave
David.
something too.
And Dave had it taken off his name. He said he wasn't going to use the name.
He didn't leave
Wasn't
any
going to
money
leave the
straight
name
out
of
of
George on the top. He didn't want anything but David. So he doesn't.
We have no second name.
He won't have it at all.
Couldn't afford one at our house. I only got one.
Well, he was only christened George David Mabel. He wasn't registered. He was only registered David. Yeah.
All our family couldn't afford two names. Only one each we got. Tom, Edwin, David,
Norman got Norman Thomas, and Harry got Harry Frederick.
Rachel.
They were the later group.
We had James, Rachel, Jenny, Edwin, David,
Alice,
Ella, Robert, and Alice, and old Tom.
and you. 9 of them. But she was married twice.
Yeah.
His mother was married twice.
All right.
Yeah.
I
There's only two of the first
figured as much.
James and Jenny.
You met James
And
before,
Rachel,
knew
three of them.
something about
James, Jenny, and Rachel.
I thought you
three
saw
of them.
James or something, didn't you?
Three Applebys. They were Applebys. I was all Mackereth.
No.
James Mackereth too.
Oh, Jim Mackereth.
Jim Mackereth,
Yeah, they
yeah.
call
Jim
him-
He was your
Mackereth.
cousin.
That's right. Jim Mackereth was a cousin, yeah. That's right.
I know Jim.
Jim was a cousin,
Oh,
yeah.
Very nice guy.
Yeah, he was a nice fellow, Jim, yeah.
Real nice though.
There was Rachel, Jenny, and James with the three
He was older than
Applebys.
you, Jim.
Eh?
Jim was older than you.
Oh, yeah, sure he was, yeah.
He said,
Yeah, oh yeah. But them three, they were Applebys, and all had about $2,000 left each
yeah.
from their father when they came of age, 21. But I remember James the boy, he bought himself a motorcycle. In them days, they were a luxury. He had to have a motorcycle. He got one of them with his $2,000.
Mm-hmm. £2,000 or $2,000?
I think I thought it was pound. It couldn't have been. It would have been
Been a lot more, eh?
$2,000.
Hey, 20 after 11.
It'd be about
You used to,
$10,000.
it's still up, it's 20 after 11.
Huh?
Those little babies should go to bed, shouldn't they?
Those little babies sleep all morning.
Do they?
Yes.
They never wake in the morning.
No, and then they stay up late at night. They should be kicked to bed early at night and get up at 7 in the morning.
Well, who's
Oh,
wrong?
no, it's better to leave them in bed in the morning.
Anyways, how can we get to sleep with this night?
Well, we've been talking.
How do you sleep? Positive.
We might stop talking. Oh, well, it's been a nice evening. Anyway.
That's the end of our nice little tape made in 1966 with the two stars, Tom Mackereth and Rose Mackereth. Rose is the former Rose Johnson of Coldwater, and is the oldest son of the children they had. I'd like to say for all the children that we'd like to thank Mom and Dad for teaching us how to get along with each other and how to love everyone. Good night for now. Bye-bye.